delighted to welcome the General Secretary, Mick Cash.
Thanks very much, Megan, and I'm proud to be here today, passing on the support of the RMT for this event and following the footsteps of Bob Crow, our great leader. I mean, 80 years ago, we saw a rise of fascism, and today, sadly, we see still continuation of fascism. But you know, I was walking up earlier on with my grandson. He's at the back, by the way, with an iPad because he doesn't want to listen to people speaking, but he's playing a game. And I was explaining we're on cable, what we were doing in this march, and I was trying to explain on Cable Street. And I says to him, I said, you know, last Sunday we were at Nanny Knowles, that's his grandmother's birthday, and she was 81. She's not going to thank me for outing that today, by the way. He says, yes, Grandad. She's great Grandad, great Nan. I said, well, when she was 1 year old, in this road, in this street, there was a load of nasty people who wore black shirts, who went and had a go at ordinary working people, and we're marching because ordinary working people stood up against them. And I said to him, you know, where we are today, what we do today, determines what happens in the future. And it reminds me, and what those people here 80 years ago did, reminds me of that saying that I like, the slogan that I love. The past we inherit, the future we shape. And our forebears did that. Our forebears did that. And that's a situation where I'm reminded of a former General Secretary of our union, a guy called John Marchbank. You wouldn't know him. He was a General Secretary in 1936. John turned round and was accused by Maudsley, by the fascists, of slander. His crime was out in the tactics and the violence used by the fascists when he made a speech in 1934. He didn't shy away from the fight though. He almost admitted slander. No, he didn't admit slander actually. They took him to court. And over the course of 5 days, he used his defence to publicly give examples of black shirt brutality, use of violence, purchase and use of weapons, and anti-Semitism. Funny enough, Mosley won the case, but he didn't win the argument because he got an award of a farthing. A farthing. What an insult. There is some justice in this world. 10 seconds. Today we're reminded of the past as well. Over many thousands of East Londoners on the streets of London, on the streets of Cable Street, fighting fascism. Many of those people who did that went on to Spain to fight in the International Brigade. And every day I'm reminded, when I go into our head office at Uni House, of a plaque of what those people did. Of 113 members of the National Union Seamen and the National Roman who fought in Spain. They fought because they wanted to make sure that we had a better future. They joined a group of volunteers called the Tom Mann Brigade, named after the famous Dockers leader. Their names are there because my friend and colleague, the late great Bob Crow, cherished and ensured that they were celebrated and cherished. We must never forget that what our forebears did and what we must continue to do. They wanted and they fought, literally fought for a world free of racism, free of fascism, free of intolerance, free of xenophobia. So must we. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Our last